Okay, let's take a look at our system flowchart. First of all, we separate the garbage according to their types, which is metal, plastic or glass, and paper. And then for the main dustbin first, so we throw the garbage, and the inductive, capacitive, proximity, and light dependent resistor sensor will detect the items except metal, plastic or glass and paper. For the garbage, if there are no items from them, the door will open by servo motor 4 and incline 95 degrees, so the waste will be dropped. If those sensors detect any items from this material, the door will not open, so we have to separate them from the garbage. Okay, then we go for recycle bin part. So first of all, inductive proximity sensor will detect items from metal. If there is so, servo motor 1 will incline 95 degrees and open the door, so the metal waste will be dropped. If there is no metal, so capacitive proximity sensor will detect that if there is any plastic or glass items. So if it is yes, so servo motor 2 will incline 85 degrees and open the door, so the plastic or glass garbage can be dropped. But if it's still no, then light dependent resistor will detect if any paper garbage. If it is yes, servo motor 3 will incline 95 degrees and open the door, so the paper waste can be dropped.
Right now, we go through the coding for main dustbin. In this project, we choose Arduino Maker because there is a lot of pins to be used. First of all, we declare the library for Arduino, which is liquidcrystal.h, and then we declare the library for servomotor, which is servo.h. In this coding, we include a few components such as LCD, LED, buzzer, and the sensors. For LCD, it will show the capacity in the dustbin, and it also show what type of material we want to throw in the dustbin, such as metal, plastic, or paper. For the buzzer, it will trigger the sound if the dustbin is fully loaded. And for LED, it also shows the capacity in the dustbin. And then for the sensors, consists of ultrasonic sensor, plastic sensor, metal sensor, PIR sensor, and LDR sensor. For ultrasonic sensor, it will detect the gap between the garbage and the dustbin cover. For PIR sensor, it will detect the absence or presence of the garbage, and LDR sensor is for paper sensor to detect the absence or presence of the paper. So we try to set up 3.6 centimeter as the length for the sensor to detect the garbage, and the delay we try to use 5,000, which is 5 seconds, for the dustbin cover to automatically open and close. And that's it for the main dustbin coding. Thank you.
So here is the coding for the recycle bin, recycle dustbin, which we will use, which we will use Arduino Mega, and for this coding. So firstly, we have to declare the library function of LCD display, and then declare the Arduino, and we have to declare also the servo motor, LED buzzer, and sensor, also servo motor. For after that, the function of the buzzer is we have to is to trigger the sound if there is any kind of not the type of plastic, metal, or paper, so it will trigger. Okay, so for the plastic sensor, we will use PIR sensor. Then we will give a command to the Arduino to begin our serial communication. Okay, then if the LCD turn to be 00, then it will print for insert metal on. If 01, so then it will print right side. For the delay, we'll put 6,000. That's mean 6 seconds. Then if the characteristic that we put in this coding has been read by the sensor, then it will print plastic sensor. Then for the delay, we will put 10. Same goes to the metal sensor. Okay, so next we will go to, okay, then about to detect paper, we will use LDR sensor. So firstly, we have to declare the variable for the LED pin, which we'll use for 13. Then we will call the voice setup function, and we will give the command to the Arduino to begin, and then we will use LED as a input and output. Okay, so we will use LDR status, and the situation that we put is if less than 200, then it will sense the paper the paper the paper presents. Okay, so if LED pin high, it will print the then else if the LED low, it will print its bright. If there is absence or presence of the paper, metal and plastic. Then, okay, so that's how we want to detect paper, plastic and metal for each of the dust recycle bin. Okay, that's all. Thank you.